I just wanted to talk for a second about the recent FBI filings regarding Alec Baldwin and the cowboy-style gun on the set of Rust, and the fact that they concluded that he must have pulled the trigger. So this right here is a Ruger Vaquero with a Bisley handle. This is a cowboy-style gun. It is not the same gun that was on the Rust set, but functionally it's very similar. It's a single action revolver that's styled after the ones that were used in the Old West, very much like the one that he used in Rust. Now, he claims that he was just playing with the hammer and it went off, that he never pulled the trigger. I suspect he may think he never pulled the trigger, and I'm giving him a huge benefit of the doubt by saying this, but because of his negligence, his serious and, dare I say, criminal negligence, it might have gone off with him not realizing he had pulled the trigger. Let me explain what I mean. If you've ever seen anybody handle a gun who's had any training, you'll see that they always index their finger along the frame of the gun and never put it on the trigger itself. That's because one of the fundamental rules of gun safety is you never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready for the gun to go bang. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people who handle guns who haven't been trained, the first thing you'll see them do, and by the way, this gun is empty and I have checked it, when they pick it up, is hold it like this. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people do that. Anybody who knows anything about gun safety freaks out when somebody does this because it's just a ridiculously unsafe thing to do. Here's the thing though, with a single action revolver like this, I can do that. I can pull the trigger and nothing happens. Why? Because when I say single action, it means the hammer has to be manually cocked every time you want it to go bang. Hammer's now back. If there were a bullet in there and I pulled the trigger, it would go bang. So when Alec Baldwin says, I was playing with the hammer, if he had his finger off the trigger, like anybody who has any training at all would, and he played with the hammer, first of all, he shouldn't be playing with the hammer. You don't play with a gun. A gun's not a toy. But if you were playing with a hammer, even if it slipped, it would have either stuck on half cock or on full cock. Either way, it's not going to go bang. It's not going to go bang till someone pulls the trigger, which is what the FBI confirmed. But here's what I think may have happened. So Baldwin may have been holding it with his finger on the trigger, and he may have been playing with the hammer. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that everything he's testified, he truly believes. He's not lying in his own mind. Well, okay, didn't go bang, but here's the thing. If he's holding it, because these are heavy, there's a few pounds here. If he's holding it and he's got a little bit of pressure on the trigger and he plays with the hammer, oh, look what just happened. That's called slip hammering. So if he were holding it in an unsafe manner with his finger on the trigger, playing with the hammer, he could have slip hammered it, had it go bang, and killed that poor woman. Did he pull the trigger? Well, he may not think he did, but he did. Is it very dangerous and negligent what he did? In my opinion, absolutely.